The MAGA snowflakes went all fifis on actress Nia Renée Hill after she flipped a double bird at former President Donald Trump at UFC 295 earlier this month. Hey, Chris Graham here on the show. Now, this is the crowd. They go crazy over a double bird at President Trump. They're the ones who chant F Joe Biden like it's going out of style. Now, Hill's husband, comedian Bill Burr, was on the Rich Eisen show last week, and he he clapped back at the snowflakes. Uh, Here's the quote: "The guy walked in the arena. Everybody cheered. She gave him the finger. Nobody got arrested. That's why this country's great. Everybody expressed themselves. Can we all be adults? I mean, I don't know about you, but I came here to go to the fights. I didn't know I was going to the Republican National Convention." That's part of the problem for UFC is that Dana White, the president of UFC, has made it the Republican National Convention. And he's Team Trump, and that's all fine. He lost my pay-per-view dollars, and I'm sure there's people watching this, listening to this right now. Before you get your bloomers in a bunch, MAGA snowflakes, Dana White has every right to be Team Trump. I'm all for him being whoever he is. I just the same have every right not to give Dana White a penny because he's Team Trump. Your freedom of expression, your freedom of speech does not come with freedom from repercussions. That's just the way it is. Same for me. If you're watching this, you don't want to watch anymore, don't watch anymore. That's fine. For me, it's been years, roughly 2016, since I've plunked down any money for a UFC pay-per-view. And just so you know, I'm not some dude that's, I never would buy a UFC pay-per-view. I regularly buy wrestling and boxing pay-per-views. Yep, that's right. I mean, I do a NASCAR podcast. Progressive Democrats can be fight fans. They can be race fans. A lot of us are. We don't feel very welcome there, but we are fans of those sports. Those industries, and I'm focusing here on the fight industry, MMA, boxing, wrestling, can do a lot better job. Here's me talking politics now, not just Donald Trump, because Donald Trump isn't politics; he's just a personality. But the fight industry can do a lot better job paying its athletes. Athletes in MLB, the NFL, the NBA, NHL, all unionized. Bad word there. I know, unions. But those athletes get 50% or more of league revenues in terms of salary. It's because they're unionized. MMA, boxing, and wrestling, not unionized. In those sports, less than 20% of the revenues generated by your pay-per-view dollars, by buying tickets, by buying the t-shirts, whatever you buy, hats, goes to the athletes. And it's basic. That's what it is. Me personally, people in there kicking and hitting each other's heads off, all the danger that goes into UFC and boxing, wrestling, yeah, it's predetermined, but those guys and gals go through as much or more, if only because of the repetitive nature of those jobs. They perform a lot more frequently than UFC fighters and boxers in terms of their actual matches in public. I know they train a lot too, and they're exposed to things there. Anyway, I'd rather those folks get the money, or a bigger share of the money, let's say, as opposed to the fat faces like Dana White. So this isn't just about Donald Trump, being a fascist wannabe dictator. My criticism here. How about double bird for Dana White? How about a double bird for Vince McMahon? Even Tony Khan, who wants to fashion himself a progressive. Let's put your money where your mouth is. Pay your folks more. Anyway, back to the double standard from the MAGA snowflakes about the double bird. Here's another quote from Bill Burr, and I love Bill Burr. Those Trump guys are going like, you're snowflakes, F your feelings, all of that. And then you make fun of Trump, and they're like, oh my God, it's so disrespectful. It's like you're saying F Joe Biden. It's like you can't have it both ways. Well, they will have it both ways, Bill. We all know that. If you have anything for me to look into, any mailbag items, you want to yell at me, whatever, that's okay. Email me at chris@augustafreepress.com.